A gang in the building. We out here. We're finally live. This is our first time being live with this next level slam. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry it took us so long. We finally got our act right, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna introduce myself. I am Treble NLS. I am your host. And I'm just gonna pass it off to Anise.
Hello, my name is Anise. I am a judge. I'm happy to be here. Happy Halloween, everybody.
What is your costume, Anise?
Well, I'm supposed to be a cowboy, but my hat isn't dry yet, so I just look like a normal person.
Hey, you're a cowgirl in spirit, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Of course. What's up, Miracle?
Hi, everybody. It's Miracle, one half of the Wonder Twins. I'm also a judge. My costume is in progress, so you'll have to see it in a couple of hours. But yeah, we're happy to be here and to see this great talent that Treble has lined up for us tonight.
You know what I'm saying? So, just for those who might be tuning in for the first time, we do this the last Saturday of every month, and this is our first time going live. So, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first act, which would be my man Sydney. If you could turn your video on and join us really quick. What's popping, bro?
What's up, man?
What do you have prepared for us today? If first introduce yourself, actually.
My name is DeAndre, but my stage name is Sydney Offit. I am an artist of many mediums: a writer, a rapper, a poet, a singer, a visual artist, CEO of a food delivery service. Is my most proud accomplishment at the moment.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's super dope.
Yeah, thank you. I have a piece prepared for you guys tonight. It's called "Teach the Code." And, without further ado.
All right, let's get it.
All right. Speak to the youth. Thank you. Speak to the youth. Teach them a lesson, because when they grow up and start asking questions like, why do we kill? And why mama stressing and can't pay the bills? What you gonna tell them? Speak to the youth. Teach them a lesson. Because when they grow up and start asking questions like, why do we kill? And why mama stressing and can't pay the bills? What you gonna tell them? Listen, I'm going to tell them think fast and be smarter than your master, because my brother, you a black man and we exist under attack, and every day we try to move forward but we always end up back here. And Uncle Sam, he be laughing, only happy as long as his brown peasants throwing crack in. Every weekend a new hashtag, you don't want to be that man. Back then we ain't have this, we ain't have what we have then. It was absent, the ability of humility they was lacking, but agility's an ability of the black man. Ain't no killing me, I stand because I am a black man, a fact. And if that makes you mad, then I'm glad, friend. What's happening? No cap in my rap. What I'm rapping, don't mess with it. Scared at, then quit asking. Now come, let me teach you a lesson. When you grow up, don't need you asking questions like, why do they kill us? Because our complexion. I don't have no answer. I only be guessing. I'm speaking to you. Listen for a second. I'm spitting free game, so you don't ask no questions like, why mama moody and feisty and stressing it? Because it's to keep you alive with every breath. I'm speaking to you. Thank you guys for letting me be here. Happy Halloween. And I just appreciate this experience.
That was dope. Okay. Let's snap it up. If you're watching, just snap, you know what I'm saying? To yourself.
Appreciate you guys.
Where did that piece come from, bro? If you could just give us a little bit of insight.
In light of everything that's happening right now, I try to use, like I said, I'm an artist of many mediums. So with music, I try to spotlight the injustices that I see and that I live. I'm a Black LGBT member, and you know what I mean? So that's 1 to 2 struggles mixed into one. So, I try to use my music and my art to broadcast those and speak upon them from my unique perspective. And I try to utilize those to the best of my ability. And my uncle, actually, it was a song. It started as a song my uncle wrote. And, I heard it and I had something to say. So,
Okay. That's super dope. Thank you for sharing that with us, bro.
No problem.
Oh, shit.
For letting me be here.
Of course. Now you could just go ahead and there we go. If you could log out for us, that would be beautiful. Next up, we have Professor T in the building. If you could turn your camera on really quick, Professor T, so we can see your lovely face. We've been having tech difficulties with Professor T. Oh, not in studio? Bet. We'll just move right on. Alex the Great. You can come up and join us. Oh, it's popping. One of my favorites. One of my all-time favorites. How you feeling today, Alex?
I feel good. How you doing?
I'm really good. If you just introduce yourself really quick.
Okay. My name is Alex the Great. I'm a poet, spoken word artist out of Dallas, Texas now. Yeah.
Let's get it. All right. So you could just go off. We'll turn our camera off. And it's all you, Alex.
My feminism will whoop your misogyny's ass any day of the week. Cause my feminism ain't no punk. My feminism knows that you fight like a girl is not an insult. Won't settle for all the stereotypes because girls are not fragile. We are strong-minded, built to last. My feminism is a lit match, a broken fuse, a furious flame, burning bras, panties, and all ties to bad relationships. Why does it have to cost so much for good support? For 40 I'd much keep my money and hold myself up. My feminism says equal work deserves equal pay. Duh. Your dick doesn't make you any more or less equipped than me. See, I think I come from a dying breed, one who won't just lay down and take it. Unlike that old adage, I'm good for more than just laying on my back. Sometimes I like being on top. My feminism will twerk, shake, and drop everything she got to the floor with no hands. Say sometimes when I move, my ass moves the opposite direction. But we are not asking for attention. Do not need any of your permission. My feminism is not for your slut shaming and your name calling, your body politics. This vagina has a mouth, and she will speak for herself. My feminism does not like boxes or closets or hiding spaces. It's not about exclusionary tactics, not afraid to be bold, to stand out, to live proud. My feminism talks like this because I can back it up. See, I don't speak on facts of what a woman should do because I respect the woman's right to choose. I don't like hairy legs or armpits, but I won't knock you if you do. And I would never kill a gestating child of mine, but I respect your right to choose. My feminism does not promote violence as I'm being provoked. I don't incite a riot unless I see a threat of smoke, and I don't take too kindly to idle threats. I speak even when I'm not spoken to. I move, and I don't wait for your instructions. My feminism says, fuck all your rules. But my feminism knows how dangerous it is to be female, to be born a woman, to know the heaven and the hell I hold in this body, this temple. Yet I keep praying for the day that I won't be forced to divorce myself from this skin, to undo this back-breaking labor called life. Pick a lesser of two evils, a more subtle form of oppression. My feminism knows I don't just live in theory, in debate, in dissertation. In your textbook, I am a daily contradiction, a walking counter-argument, and my feminism teaches me to never, ever be silent.
Yeah, see, now y'all see why she's one of my favorites. Alex be going in, coming with straight heat. Could you tell us where that one came from? How long ago did you write that piece?
That was from 2015. I was getting ready for like a big competition festival called the Women of the World Poetry Slam. So yeah, like 96 different women poets come together and compete for the top prize. And so yeah, I wanted to do something that was real relevant, and of course I speak from my own experiences too. So I'm a woman, I deal with misogyny, so yeah.
Thank you for speaking on it. Real shit. Because I was, man, every word was just like loaded. You feel me? It's like what I like about how you use your words is it's almost like you load up a revolver with stanzas and you just start shooting them off. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard. I like that. Your delivery always gets to me.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the opportunity too, and the platform.
Of course. Thank you for coming and sharing your talents. You know what I'm saying? What did y'all think, Anissa Miracle?
I liked it. I really like my feminism. It was talking about, remind me of like Roxanne Gay's Bad Feminist, about how like your feminism is something that's fiercely personal and yours, and it's up to you to define who you are. So as always, you know, great job. Always inspired every time you spit.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's important that, you know, as I know that Miracle has talked about this in terms of like Black people in general, but it's true for Black people, for women, for everybody. There's not one like singular experience or identity that defines all of us. So I really appreciate that you spoke to how it looks different for everybody. Just because you might think one thing and that's your feminism doesn't mean it should be applied to everybody else.
Very well spoken.
Yes. That's it right there. Y'all got it. So thank you.
Of course. Thank you. All right. We're going to call up our next person. Peace out, Alex. Symbolic. Where you at, bro? Symbolic's another one of my favorites. I don't know if I ever told you that, bro, but like every time you come on, I'm like, yo, this is about to be heat. You know what I'm saying? I already know every single time. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, King. Chill.
Oh, of course. Of course. So introduce yourself for the people who are watching right now.
What's up? What's up? My name is Symbolic. You see on the Instagram, Symbolic_night. I'm part of a poetry team called She Prophets 16, and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And today's poem is called Spooky Hours. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's drop out. Floor is all yours.
Trick or treat. There are those dressed as ghouls and goblins, and I was hoping to take my costume off this year. The black skin, since it causes horror, a ghost opposing a vampire in the shape of a shell, neckwear weighted by nooses. See, here lies my body. Outline garnished in blood, dressed from a bullet, the carcass of a man whose thoughts were supplied by the slit of a wrist, horrid by his own sights. There are those dressed as goons and goblins, but they get to unmask. He stays black in all these thoughts, knowing death is always in the task. Whether it be him pinned to killing or him being killed, berated by false accusations. If he isn't a top draft pick for a sport, he's a top suspect by America for sport. Points in how many blacks they can kill in a week. Trick or treat, pull the trigger, repeat. The racist slur is blink. The effects of it is not. Scary how a blank picture's always framed. Funny how the ones painted never take the blame. Here lies me. Foolish to think a divided country was equal. One that was never great, asking to be great again. Watching my life through other lives be taken. We seen this movie. Telling the black men to run, but he doesn't. Thinking things will change, that the outcome is death, only it's real. But it replays reels, suffocating my voice as my body language squeals. Trick or treat. We can't sleep in peace, let alone lay in peace. The killers walk the streets. They murdered Brianna and walked free, repeat. Is that resting in peace? Trayvon was killed. We saw this scene. Trick or treat. Elijah was murdered. We know the routine. This is Halloween. I'll dress as the scariest thing of them all. An officer, but no fake gun, of course. I wish I could switch with Tamir Rice. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween. Can we have equality, please? And don't you dare dress us with all lives matter. When you hand me down death and oppression, jail extensions, what if I switch the movie Trick or Treat, pack a heat extendo to my oppressor's head? We wanted apologies, they said no, but I'm not looking for amends though. Your corruption is fresh like Mentos. I'll take your badge and cans as collectibles. Look back on the horror mementos. Isn't that your dream? Me as the villain, treating us like everything but a civilian, but it's the same film again, killing the black again. I'm scared. Rated this movie KKK, aka killers, mischargers, then lock us till we decay. Dylan Roos shot up a church. That's okay? It's not. Shush us to the next body lays. Speak on racial injustice once, then push it under the rug. Here lies my body. And I fear that if I get too loud, that I'll be silenced. They never showed me a sequel of hope. Just a continuation of agony. And then I realized they can wear whatever and copy our culture. We can't even get Skittles. And I guess that's the trick, but never the treat.
Bro, like I said, every single time, bro.
Thank you.
Every time you just come in with straight heat, bro. It's like I think my laptop's overheating now, bro. That's how much heat you just dropped on this. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So did you write that specifically for this?
I made it on the day of the last slam when y'all said y'all wanted to do this thing. And then it's not.
So you was already prepared.
I had to prepare myself, yeah. It's it's not hard, Because it's like the poem says. I really don't really care for Halloween like that, honestly. Because like I said, it's how I really feel. Like I'm already to a lot of people, I'm in a costume because it's black skin. So like it's just I just put it on the paper. It's not something new to feel, whatever. I don't see why I really got to celebrate a day like where we do spooky stuff where it's kind of scary to go outside regardless. Because I always have those thoughts. It's very alarming to have those thoughts where you're traveling and you thinking like, oh, at this moment, at any moment, I could probably get stopped and killed for no reason. So yeah,
I like that, and that's such a valuable take on it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I never thought about it like that until this moment right here. Like every day definitely is scary. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being completely real, I've been thinking about buying a gun, not because, you know what I'm saying, not just to have it, but because like these days it definitely feels like my life is constantly in danger. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. All the time.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for that perspective, bro. Real shit.
Thank you again.
You feel me? You just open my eyes again. You're always opening my eyes, bro.
Oh, thank you. That's blessed. That's real. Thank you again.
Of course, bro. Of course. All right, so it's been suggested that the let's go through these comments. People have been, he's big, nice. You know what I'm saying? People in the comments feeling it. You feel me? Yeah, he went crazy real quick. You feel me? What did y'all think about that?
Symbolic is dope as always. Like I know he's y'all's favorite, but he's always makes you think. Always comes with a theme, and it's greatly appreciated. It's like you're right. It is scary every day. It's Halloween every day for a lot of people when they leave the house. Because people think that their blackness is a scary costume. So I really appreciate his words and his creativity.
Yeah, I know. Judges shouldn't have favorites. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Subliminally, you said everything you needed to say. You feel me? Like he's definitely someone who always comes and just goes off. Like everyone does, actually. Like every time we have this slam, because of the names on the list that we have, I'm always excited. You know what I'm saying? Like usually I go to a poetry slam and I'm kind of like scared because I don't know if people are going to be good. I don't know if I'm going to be bored to death. I might start talking in between acts and like offend somebody. But with this one, each person that we have on board always keeps me captivated the entire time. You know what I'm saying? If I have things that I need to do while they're reciting, I get all nervous. Like, well, let me hurry up and get this done so I can listen in. You feel me? Like everyone always comes with such dope content, and it's like it's always madly appreciated because like I be needing inspiration sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Yeah,
I always enjoy the slam because I'm like I just get to sit back, listen to some amazing talent. Because no matter who is on this, it's always a good time. I think
yes, indeed.
We have an audience, so the good people come to our slam. I think that's what it is.
You feel me? And now we're finally live. I always forgot to go live on the last ones. So like now y'all get to see it. You feel me? So we have some people in right now. I would love for them to go, but it has been requested that Anise drop a poem for us. You know what I'm saying?
Trouble go first, please. Trouble.
Yeah, Trouble, you gotta go.
It's yours.
You gotta
All
go.
right. Okay.
You gotta be the leader. This is
majority
your
vote
baby.
goes. Okay, I'll drop something. Just know I'm not part of the slam. I just want to drop it just to give, more time to the people who need to log in. But let's see. I have a poem that I've been trying to kind of promote a little bit lately called Don't Clip Our Tails. I wrote it specifically for the very first big Pittsburgh protest that erupted after the killing of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And I kind of wanted to like give a message to my white counterparts. And that message is don't clip our tails. So without further ado, I had a conversation with a member of a nation who seems to be lacking in patience. She would like to see black people live as much as me, but couldn't seem to see where telling a young black boy to put his hoodie down when asked could come off as invasive. I know you're all wondering, yes, she was Caucasian. To which I replied, Why are you not telling them to stop shooting at the stations? See, this is too often the occasion. I asked her to tell me how we deserve criminalization for wearing a fucking hoodie when they come to us guns blazing. See, that's where I think we've been failed. It's to a point where even our white allies think we're the problem, so they offer help by clipping our tails. If you were thrown in a cell by someone who does not wish you well, would you respond well to being advised to just not go to jail? I mean, come on, bro. What the hell? If you're so not racist, then why is your idea of help to tell black people how to better operate in white spaces? I told her simply, don't clip our tails. To which she replied, what does that mean? Well, I know you mean well, but it's counterproductive to use your voice to inspire compliance within a system where your voice could be destructive. Martin Luther King said it best. You become a stumbling block in the stride toward freedom when you're more devoted to order than to justice. Don't clip our tails. That means simply, if you're going to stand with me, give me the space to speak out against all odds stacked against me. Don't clip our tails. Don't treat me like my culture is a waste because we take up room where you failed to make space. Let me wear my blackness with grace, with dreadlocks, afros, and unshaved face, and tell Fox News that's the beauty in blackness, not the disgrace. Don't clip our tails. There should be enough room for me to exist as is. I shouldn't have to humble my joy, nor silence my kids, nor turn down my music, nor straighten my wig. When concerning my freedom, my life should not be the first bid. Don't clip our tails. Black people shouldn't have to shrink in fear of what white America will think when regarding my place in society. Your first thought should not be the clink. If you see me out for a jog, knowing the road I had to take, you should offer me a drink. Don't clip our tails. I should be able to stand tall in all of my blackness, baggage and all. And that is don't clip our tails. I get a little bit heated when I do that one. But you know, that's what it comes to. You feel me? Like, oh, we got my sister in on the chat. Oh, period. Yep. Shari. I see you. She's actually in the living room right now. That's hard. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, this isn't about me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to share that, you know. Anise, what you got for us?
I mean, do you want me to go now? Or do we have other people coming in?
I don't want you to go later. If that's what you're asking.
No. Let's bring in the other contestants and then.
Oh, you see. I see.
I
see. It's okay. You're afraid. It's all right. You know.
Oh, listen. That's tough. That's tough.
Wow.
It's okay. I get
it. He's on one tonight. Okay, Turbo.
He's a little bit.
Okay.
He's on.
I guess that's how we get to our next level selves. Is just by going out there. You know, I see you.
You feel me? We got our people in, so you know what I'm saying, we could honor your wish, Anise. You know what I'm saying? Like we could let some more people go. It's okay. We can gather your courage a little bit. It's cool.
I need a moment.
I feel it. Your arms are sweaty, knees weak, palms are heavy. There's vomit on your sweater already. So next up, we actually have another. Like, I know I'm calling everybody my favorite. But like these people, every time they always come with heat. And Maya Wright is one of those people. Let's welcome Maya to the stream. Could you turn your video on really quick, Maya, so we could see your lovely face?
She said that she got kicked out of the studio.
Oh, okay.
So let's somebody else in while we wait.
Yeah.
For again.
Oh wait, what was that? Who was that? Oh, there we go.
Can y'all see me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh my god. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Nice and
okay,
clear. Yeah.
Wait a second. Is it on now? No. What is happening?
Oh, we see you. Oh, okay.
We see you. Okay. You're frozen, but we still see you. I like this. I like this a lot. I forgot to let y'all know there's a costume.
She looks great.
Yeah, there's a costume contest going on tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can stick around to see who wins that one as well. You feel me? Looks like Maya Wright definitely definitely made the competition pretty hard, Bear with us just a moment. Looks like we're having just a little bit of technical difficulties. Maya, if you can, is your Wi-Fi on? I don't know if you can hear me at all. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Okay, we see you. Could you unmute yourself really quick and see if we can hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes. You're lagging a little bit, but we can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you. So whenever you want to start, go ahead and start.
Oh, I'm lagging. That sucks.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. So I'm doing a feature, and in between poems, the host asked me why I started writing. This answer is always a lie. I inhale deeply, and as I exhale, I feel my words go rogue. I'm answering with a story, an honest one at that. Well, my dad slammed. Maybe the best I ever seen. I remember each one of his events in detail, and my mind will play back sometimes as warning to take better notes. Apply what you know as a reminder not to speak out of turn. He beat me over the head until a reminder was no longer needed. This man taught me how not to flinch in public so no one could read the closed caption of what happened behind closed doors. He taught me to stay in a child's place much too late. Without trigger warning, I could get a little out of pocket. So he tried to shut me up. That didn't quite work. So we'd practice again and again until I grew skin thicker than me, or at least pretended to. And I mean, I got so good at make-believe. I pretended I wasn't broken anymore. Got so good at make-believe, I pretended trauma wasn't just anxiety of the stage, waiting for me to get off to vomit in private, because truth should only be exposed in private. I got so damn good at make-believe, I sold myself a dream I made for others. Happy two-parent household. Dad holds me, teaches me to transcribe thought to cursive, turn curse the day I was born, commit his words to memory, pray this be a formula for not repeating history for once again. It wasn't. My dad slammed anywhere without hesitation. Bed, floor, wall, ground, stove, because not having dinner done should have never been a conversation in our house. She knew better. He'd slam my mom in front of us, forcing my fist to cock back, only to be held by siblings who wouldn't get involved with anything that would offer them up and sack. They'd rather see her slam like gavel, him judge and jury, her more punching bag than punchline. Speech stuttered, slipped to silence, slipped further to flat lines, and no surprises here, we watched it happen. There's no group peace. Siblings won't amplify my disdain for him. Just flood my face with metal to remind me of every coin toss I lost when I bit my tongue, and I always bit my tongue. I chose to write instead, knowing he'd see more bars than I could fit on page, then stagger home after us not seeing him for days on end, and my first thought is how I needed more time away from him. I called them breaks. They'd happen right as we were about to. He'd come in the house, and before getting around to anything else, he'd start to fix things. Question, Dad. When all I gifted for Christmas was a hammer, did I suddenly look like a nail? Something to hang your disappointment on? Slam me into the wall dissatisfied? I know you pictured Daddy's little girl 1,000 times, and never once did you imagine I'd look the most like her. The most like your punching bag. That's that piece.
Wow. That left me like speechless. That I almost cried at the end, I'm not gonna lie. Like that started to like start pulling some of my heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? Could you tell us a little bit about where that piece came from, if you don't mind?
I mean, real life, that one is absolutely my real life. My dad was abusive, and you just kind of deal with it, and that's why I started writing. I had a weird relationship with my pen where I'd only write when I needed to. I wasn't sharing anything because everything was like this, you know. I only started writing to share more recently. Yeah, I hope that answered the question adequately.
Yeah, it did. Thank you for sharing that, because like that was pretty heavy, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, since we're on the One Hood platform, someone might be watching that might have needed to hear something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was powerful, and I appreciate that for sure. Could you tell us a little bit about your costume really quick before I get to the judges?
I am the muse, Calliope from Hercules.
That's
Yeah.
hard. Okay. I like
Thank
that.
you.
I like that. I like that a lot. You see how you didn't have to paint yourself white to do that? You feel me? Like white people, you should take notes. Um,
Those are like some of my favorite characters of all of Disney.
Yay!
I love. This was my favorite movie when I was little.
let's get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Love.
Hmm.
Yeah, I would say I love the costume, and with writing, that just reminded me of like Bell Hook's story about writing when you need to. So just like keep on writing, and thank you for sharing your art with us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Niece, what did you think about the piece? Did it hit you?
It did, especially because I mean that the essence of it would have hit anyway. But
Mm.
Maya has such a way with like painting a picture with her words
Mm.
that it's like you get such a strong. I got such a strong like image of her words too. So it was like a double whammy of like even if I see like even if those words were on paper, they would have done like they would have hit hard. But hearing her bring them to life was just amazing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So you two don't know the next person that we're going to call in here, but I know her very, very well. And knowing that Maya's words hit us pretty hard, I think her words are going to hit us pretty hard as well because she writes from the soul as well. And that's why I'm so happy to have her here. Special K, what's popping? If you could turn your camera on so we can see your beautiful face. Can you hear us, Special K? Say something really quick. Bear with us really quick. A lot of us are new to StreamYard. So, you know what I'm saying? It could get a little delayed, but we're actually way ahead of schedule. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no worries at all. But Special K, we're just waiting to see if we can hear and see you. Because I would love to hear and see what you got for us today. See what I did there?
Oh, I love the dad jokes. It's amazing.
All right, so we're gonna wait on Special K. It looks like Anasia is ready. So let's see. I'm excited about Anasia too. I also know her personally. Let's see. Ooh,
Oh, wait a minute.
I knew it. I knew
Wait
it. She
a
was going to go
minute.
crazy. I knew it.
Wait a minute. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't hear you. Could you unmute yourself really quick? What's up? What's up? Getting the setup nice real quick. So, try saying something. I want to see if we can hear you. Not yet. Not yet. No sound coming in. Can't hear you at all.
Okay, I hear you
Oh,
guys.
now we can.
Okay, good.
Now we can. Yes. All right. So, if you don't mind introducing yourself really quick to the nice, lovely audience we have.
Okay, I'm in Asia. Usually I do visual arts, but I do write poetry here and there, so I thought I'd participate. At first, didn't know. I thought it was like a combination of costume and like poetry, but I'm down to do some poetry too.
Yes, please. That's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? What you got for us?
Okay, so I don't have anything really memorized.
That's all good.
Can you guys still see me?
I mean, you froze, but we can hear you for sure.
So this is like I hear it fit with one.
Oh, now you're going in and out. Is that happening for y'all too? Okay, now we can hear you kind of clearly. Are you on your phone? Oh, snap. Are you on your phone? Anasia, can you hear us at all? Or let me see. Okay, it looks like Anasia lost connection. So, Vincent, we're going to go with you. And I'm gonna check back in with Special K and Anasia just to see really quick what's good and make sure they're all squared away. My man Vincent, you always come with something deep. One time I remember you did the one for your girlfriend, and that warmed my heart, bro. If you could unmute yourself real quick, we can't hear you at all, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right.
So if you don't mind introducing yourself really quick, and then you can just go off, bro.
My name is Vincent. Um, I write. I'm a creative. I'm better at saying my words and having conversation and talking. So,
Type shit. Let's get it.
all right. They said stay woke. I got nightmares about you. It's funny your eyes are open, but you still can't see shit. You looking meaning, but high on the people pleasing. High on the I need a reason as to why you think you matter in our fight for freedom. The Bible says. To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck the Bible says because I never read that shit. But I know you gonna say some shit like that. So just how me and mine don't matter in your fight for freedom. They said stay woke. I'm trying to fight this nigga. How about you? I got aches and pains caused by anxiety trapped inside of me, scraping at my bones like a rusty screw. I get loose. Every time I open my phone, I see somebody like me dead again. My next. Who are you in the nighttime? Is the devil on your shoulder? Does it feel like you still a warrior, or is he taking more of you by daylight? Gotta be my nigga, cause skin fucking kinfolk, and that tip on my shirt bleed to your pores, and a little bit of this trans shit, this gay shit might get into you. You so misdirected. Who is guiding you? Your blackness or the white man in your head? Who you fighting for? What you fighting for? Your black cis fight got you caged in. Your black homophobic don't come around me with that gay shit. You fight your black transphobic. I don't got a problem with y'all, but I'm gonna still call you shit, whatever the fuck you wanna be called. Fight your black. I just wanna be like the whites. Fight still got you jaded by your identity. Black lives matter, but whose black life are you fighting for? We all one. But if you're not fighting me, are you really fighting for you? Because when Lucy B and you side by side on the street, all they see is black. You know, pop, pop, my nigga. Stay woke, nigga. Open your eyes to your own wounds, my nigga. You can't broken if you broken too, my nigga. Here to hate you than it is for me to help you. And I'm sorry, that's my issue. My honest intention was to dish you, drag you, because I care way too much about what you think, my nigga. How am I helping the issue if I break you down to not your crown down? Because you just as hurt as me, and I'm just as hurt as you. I hope that's something you can see. I'm not trying to be woke, bro. I'm just trying to be alright. I'm just trying to sleep, but I'm at night. Shit, I'm shaking right now. Fuck that. Stay woke shit. Stay healing, stay loving, stay focused. They say where the home is. I don't even know where my home is. All I know is I shine when you shine, and my light feeds your light. My nigga. Fuck that. Stay woke shit, my nigga.
Okay, okay. We heard you loud and clear, bro. At first, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. At first, I thought you were like gonna go a little bit problematic on us. I'm not gonna lie. I was listening like, whoa, 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 Vincent, what you saying, bro? But as the poem progressed a little bit, I started to hear what you were saying. And I'm like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So what I got from it was like you were calling out, you were basically like taking note of the intersectionality of the oppression that we are fighting and realizing that we are all fighting the same fight, and that if we're not fighting for each other, we can't say that we're fighting for ourselves. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yeah, it started out with me like I said, I was going in and just say, yo, for all the shit that you do, and kind of like because I'm black, I have a lot of intersections. But then as I went on, I was like, I'm gonna feel good about this if I don't express the fact that I'm upset about it and I'm a little bit broken too, and me judging you and you judge me isn't gonna make anything better. Like for all of us in the long run.
Type shit. And that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I see you're still talking. Sorry, it started to dip out a little bit, bro. But yeah, we kind
No,
of
you
have
good.
to
I'm not
like,
talking. I think that yo,
okay, bet, bet. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely hear you loud and clear. We're definitely in a fight where it's like, this isn't just for one particular type of black life. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is for all black lives. You know what I'm saying? Gay, straight, trans, cis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're making sure all oppressed groups get a seat at the table with this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's really all we're trying to do is like not really get a seat at the table, but create a table where we're all heard equally. You feel me? Because at the table, the way it's set up right now, it's like there's really no space for us. You feel me? And they try to make space for us, but it's such a backhanded offer. You feel me? It's almost like you pull up to the dinner party and they got this table set up over here, and you see all these important names at this table, and then they're like, "Oh wait, your reservation was actually over here." And then you see the small ass table with these fake ass fucking ornament that up, and it looks pretty, but there's really no substance there. I hope that analogy makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. Trevor always has the best analogy.
Thank you.
You do.
Thank you.
I really, I don't know if Vincent is still with us, but it really spoke to me when he said, I believe it was, I'm not trying to be woke, I'm trying to be all right. And that was really powerful because I think sometimes there's a lot of pressure on Black people that we have to be fighting. We have to be on top of it, be educating people, especially in this moment. Like, people are looking to us to be educating them on how to not be racist and how to be inclusive and everything. And sometimes it's like, you know what? Maybe, like, I'm glad that you're making the effort to learn and to try and to be there. But it's difficult to put that. Sometimes it feels like a bit of pressure. Like, I shouldn't have to be the one teaching you how to not be racist. You should be teaching yourself that. But at the same time, we're all in this fight, like you said. So.
Yes, indeed. Miracle, I'm very interested in your thoughts.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, snap. I was like, oh, how are we going to, listen, we're about to be canceled again. But no, I really appreciate, I really liked it. I really liked the events that we were talking about, and how we were having these conversations about being out woke. How sometimes I think we sometimes create competitions where we say we're woker than another person and we're smarter than another person, but we're all in the same struggle together. So I really appreciated your poem. I appreciated how it built up. It kind of reminded me of the path to, like, understanding, and just reminding myself to, like, not prejudge folks. So I really do thank you so much for this whole entire poem and everything that you gave us.
Yeah, that was dope. I'm glad it wasn't as problematic as it seemed like it was about to be. Cause then I would have had to be honest up here. You know what I'm saying? But no, that was super dope. Thank you, Vincent. It looks like we have Anasia back. Let's get her back in there and see if we can. All right, we can see you. There's no lag in your video. Let's see if we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Crystal clear. Alrighty, if you don't mind introducing yourself, and then you can just go off from there.
Okay, I'm Anasia, and I was saying that I usually do like visual art, but I do dip into the poetry as well. It definitely is an outlet that I like to rely on. I think I write a lot of things just having to do with like how I'm feeling, but I have at least one poem that has to do with the world's crisis that I actually wrote like maybe 3 years ago, but it's very still relevant because this will be relevant for like quite some generations until it's destructed. So hopefully, that's the goal. So I could begin now. Is that okay with everyone? Okay. Justice, laugh out loud. What's that? Is this some sort of food spice? I'm familiar with that. With all that's going on, it should be relevant when the government lies and say they'll work on the race riots. Is this statement even meant? Why are our boys being shot because their hair is unkempt and the melanin that's in our skin? We say we're only human, but we are monsters within. To kill our own kin, do they not see the sin? Change needs to begin. The amount of our Black kings and queens is running thin. We need to leave out this drama, not a vixen. Killing our brothers and sisters, will there be an end?
When will we walk without being weary? Don't know that skin color can vary. They shoot dead what a mother's womb has carried. Crazy how some of our kids can't grow old enough to get married. Now everyone grows up fearing the cops, known here as the ops. When will there be justice? I don't know. I just want to make sure I see my brothers grow. And that is all. Thank you, everyone.
Ooh, thank
Yeah,
you.
this was
Short
short
and
and
sweet.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like people forget that poetry can be short and sweet. It doesn't always have to be so long winded. And I always appreciate the poems that aren't like super long. You know what I'm saying? Because like long poems can be interesting, but you have to keep it interesting. You feel me? Like you can't just go off and then just kind of trail. You feel me? Like it has to be a consistent delivery, and the content has to be there. But I liked how like you didn't really have too much to say on it, but what you did say was powerful enough.
Thank
You know what
you.
I'm saying? So what inspired you to write that piece?
Well, I was going to also like a mainly white school whenever I did kind of write this too, and I felt like Black people needed to be heard because like there was only maybe like 8 of us in the entire school, and a lot of people were just honestly taking, I felt like, their privilege for granted, and I just wanted them to know if you're going to be anyone's friend who's of color, like just know our issues and acknowledge them and know that I exist, and I wanted to share that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask for it, but I didn't really care. We had the opportunity to do that at lunch where we had like a type of poetry slam as well, and no one wants to be controversial. It's not even a controversial thing, but it's made
Mm-hmm.
out to be that way, and I just felt like that was a perfect outlet to do that. Since I didn't know what else to do about it, especially
Type
if you
shit.
experience it, you want to tell other people about it because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people it's made up or it's stuff that happened years ago, but it's very relevant, very very relevant for today. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because the past kind of like shapes the present, and the present is what makes the future. So it's like we can't disregard what happened if it had a lasting consequence that we still feel in this moment today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely appreciate that perspective for sure. What did my judges think about the piece?
I really liked it. I appreciate your poem, and I appreciate the fact that you were very flexible and were able to kind of do this last minute. I think about, how you said how you're just trying to see like your family members grow, and how we're just talking about how people are just trying to exist at this time. And I really, really liked it. And so thank you for sharing your words with us.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Anise?
I really liked it too. First of all though, I love your
Thank you.
costume. I'm loving it. What
It's
exactly
like
is it?
a ghost pirate. Like, yeah.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
like that. Did
I
you do the
did,
makeup
yeah.
yourself?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. But I was very impressed by your poem too. You have a kind of gentle cadence to your voice, which it made the like message of your poem just kind of come across in a very like warming way. It was um, like comforting for me to hear it and kind of like take it in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you definitely have a very like you're pretty soft spoken in the best way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like no matter what words you say, they're gonna hit like little specks of what am I thinking? Glitter. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just throwing a handful of glitter at somebody, That's what it feels like. But yeah, I've known Anasia for a minute. I didn't know that you did poetry, and this is like a pleasant surprise, you know what I'm saying? Because I've known you as a visual artist since I've known you. So it's like this is a dope change of mediums for me. You feel me?
Yeah,
And again, I love your costume.
thank you guys. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any last words before we head to the next person that you would like to say?
No, I think that's about it. Thank you guys for letting me share that with
Of course.
yeah, and everyone else who's watching.
All right. Thank you so much.
No
Peace
problem.
out in Asia. All right. Now we have Special K in the building. Let's see what she got for us. Special K was popping. Ooh. Spooky.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We see you. We see you. Let me jot this down. Hold on.
Please.
So, if you don't mind introducing yourself to our lovely audience, and then you could just go off after that.
Okay. All right. My name is Special K. Also, Energy Lane on Facebook. And yeah, I just go right into it. All right. Okay, so not gonna lie, this is my first time doing poetry, but you know what I mean. You never learn how to do something if you don't try, right? Right. So I'll do this poem that I wrote. So here we are then, with no time to pretend, with broken glass, shattered home, hanging pictures of dents, and there's no more making amends. And residing to family and friends, I carved my name into your soul, and now we're tied to the end. I brought the yang. You couldn't handle how I dealt with the yin. And I wish you focus on your emotions. When I started to dim, I told myself to compromise, because you ain't want me to mend. And you better trust me when I say that I ain't dying, I'm only rising once I'm done cleaning my shit. And I must admit, you added to my list of where to begin. Because in order for the sun to rise, it must first rotate in a full circle, exchanging the darkness with the light of souls that were once yesterday into the mist of now, creating the fusion of red, white lilacs of peace that was instilled from root to leaf, creating pink sunsets. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The figurative language, it just, you know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of figurative language. You know what I'm saying? When I hear pieces with, metaphors and similes and like descriptions you wouldn't think of on your own, it gets me because in those moments you kind of see how someone else thinks beyond yourself. And you know me, I'm all about the spiritual. So like when I see someone else's perspective, it kind of like enlightens my spirit on like a different lens to tune into life with. You feel me?
Type shit. Definitely
Yeah,
feel
you
that.
feel me?
Yeah.
Feel that.
So what was behind that piece, if you don't mind sharing with us?
Honestly, I wrote that in regards to, we'll say, anonymous name, an anonymous being who was going through a relationship that was unhealthy and
Mm,
included some not only just physical abuse but emotional and verbal and spiritual abuse. And I felt as though that was my way to like interpret or bring forth that type of
Oh,
vibrations.
like 15 minutes. Why?
there we go. There we go. We had to put a mute on Miracle real quick. But okay, so it was kind of like, me, I'm always thinking of analogies. It was almost like you were writing the fingerprint that this person left on your aura, in a sense. Am I right?
Yes. And then
I
trying
like.
to like clean that up, like, a person coming from a dark place and rising out of that dark place, like, and I always say the saying, hurt, heal, let go. Allow yourself
Mm,
to feel whatever feeling that you're feeling, heal from it and let it go. And I know it's easier said than done, but like the fact that it can be done is the first step. And knowing
hmm.
that you're hurting is the first step. Allowing yourself to feel that feeling is the first step.
Ooh,
And at
see,
that point,
Special came and
Put
dropped
it
some.
all right there.
Yeah, Special K came and just started dropping jewels. Just, you feel me?
Yeah, that's what you just said right there is so crucial because I feel like sometimes, and I include myself in this 100%, there's a difficult balance between, I'll just move on, like whatever, it's no big deal, and wallowing in it and like feeling it. and you have to hit that sweet spot in the middle.
Exactly.
You have to feel it. You have to feel your pain. You have to experience what you're going through, and then you got to keep on moving.
Mm-hmm. For sure, it's a process, and I feel like people forget that it's a process. It's not just a one and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different pieces that are present in the process, and you have to go through each part of the process in order to get the end result of healing. You know what I'm
And
saying?
there's no time frame or timeline on healing. It's on your time, and your time is yours.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever it comes to you, time runs its course. So when it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, in the meantime, you still be light. Whether you have darkness in you or not, you still be light.
Look at you dropping more jewels, bro. Y'all about to get rich. We at the pawn shop now. You know what I'm saying? So what did my judges think about the piece?
I will.
Oh, go ahead, Miracle.
No, I was saying I really liked it. It just reminded me, like you said, like a phoenix, almost like rising from the ashes, and sitting there. And I really, especially after you explained what it meant, and even touched me a little bit more. And the fact that this is your first time doing this is even that more amazing. So, props and kudos to you. Thank you for like doing this. And what did you explain your costume?
Oh, I am my ancestor.
Mm.
Ooh, hold on. Let me write that
Deep.
down.
Deep.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I 100% what Miracle said. I echo that. It was your use of like colors was really like it gave it a really visual aspect that, just like Miracle said, it hit even harder once you explained like where you're coming from with that. But I liked the color use a lot.
Yes, indeed. I like the vibe that you created here. Like you have a whole vibe going on. You know what I'm saying? Like you just came in spooky with it. You feel me? Like, you said, let's get into the spirit today. You feel me?
It's the full moon, so
Yes,
we
a
about
blue
to
moon at
absorb and
that.
give this energy. So get ready.
Let's get it. Well, thank you so much, Special K, for sharing with us. Like they said, for your first time, that was amazing. Thank you. I feel like you just touched so many hearts. The comments are blowing up right now. You feel me? Yeah, people definitely felt that. So thank you for your energy.
Peace and love, always.
Peace, peace. Alrighty. So who we got next? Let me look at the list. We got Miss Monroe in the building. You know what I'm saying? I like Miss Monroe. I like Miss Monroe's like pieces a lot. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, what are you today?
Well, I feel like I got a devil costume, but I don't really want to say I'm a devil. I kind of want to say I exemplify death in a form.
Ooh. King just spitting bars off top. Let's get it. Okay. So you could just introduce yourself really quick and then just go off.
Hi, I'm Miss Monroe. I'm 19 years old and I'm a sophomore at Penn State. And the poem that I have for you guys, I didn't really name it, but if I had to just give it a name, I think I would call it Raindrop. So, here's my poem. How can I feel safe when black bodies fall like raindrops? And they splatter like red paint. People abuse their brushes to exploit their canvases, then break once they've made their mistake. Unknown artists, yet well known in the streets. Famous for the work of the predicted fate, but remember, trends tend to go out of date, so it's only a matter of time until this style of paint will go away. The name of the piece, Manslaughter, comes equipped with a signature that becomes mass. The writer's name can never equal to the true identity because mystery always comes best planned. The artist sees revenge as the imagery screams sadness. Black body found dead, bullet wounds pierced through skin. Body left the cave for one to find stranded. The artist is only unknown because his work wasn't worth coverage. Even though the model was so beautiful, a flimsy news article just does it. No highlights, ain't for respect. This man just died for the artist's crafts with no pay in advance. We just mourn the soul painted by this unknown artist who stands behind cowardliness with no true identity, but wishes to gain respect and praises as if he exemplifies true divinity. Nightmare on Elm Street becomes reality. I remember being scared to death, waking up in sobs, feeling lost in the darkness, feelings of defense, and having to murder to avoid an end to my existentialism. Tortured dreams are no longer long-lasting illusions, but forever ending abuse and torment and tragedy. My innocence taken with every word, every soul, painted in every red shrink of a brush, but somehow intact is my dignity. With bloodshed as a norm and black bodies presented as paintings for your viewing pleasure, black bodies never matter in the hands of humanity. Lost with sympathy, break my canvas in half to foreshadow its symmetry. With blood on the walls that stains my soul, left with fright in my eyes and terror in my heart, and my heart breaks and his life gone. A cycle that's continuous but has been looms large. Thank you.
It's that. I think it's the Philly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, one thing I've always respected Philly for was delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like, Philly rappers had such an impact on me as an artist. You feel me? And I feel like it's just like it's a spirit that exists in all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Every time y'all deliver. Y'all come with it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you could just tell us a little bit about what inspired that piece.
So it's funny you brought up Philly because it was inspired by what's happening in Philly. Really, about 2 weeks ago, my friend was murdered. He was shot 2 times in the face in his house, and I was trying to like look up the details about it because I wasn't home at the time because I'm up at school right now. And when I seen the details, it wasn't like really much to see about it. It was really just like this man was found shot 2 times, and that was like really
Yeah.
all that it said. So I decided to write a poem, and I kind of just really wanted to create imagery. You know, that's why I was like, the unknown artist, like he doesn't get coverage. That's why he's unknown. And I felt like it was interesting that after he passed away, like there was like somebody on like an anonymous account commenting under his page, like, yeah, we told you we was gonna kill you, da, 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 like stuff like that. So honestly, that's kind of just like where it came from. Kind of just trying to like keep that story, but also the fact that we're losing a lot of black bodies every day. I know the day that he died, it was somebody else that same night that was killed down the street from my house and around the corner from my house. And then there's just so much violence that's been happening.
Yeah, that's another thing that I've always known about Philly is like y'all's delivery is rugged. But that's because like the terrain is also just as rugged. You know what I'm saying? And my condolences for your loss, by the way. That's it's always hard to deal with like the loss of a friend, especially someone close. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you coming and sharing that energy with us. Real shit. What did my judges think about the piece?
The line that you just referenced about the artist being unknown was beautiful. That really hit home. And yeah, I really like that. Can you say that one more time? That line?
I said, you know, the artist is unknown because his work wasn't worth coverage. Even though the model was so beautiful, a flimsy news article just does it. No highlights, like respect. This man just died for the artist's craft with no pay in advance.
Yeah, that's the one. That really hits home. That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like Treble said, I'm really sorry for your loss. I know that's difficult. So thank you for sharing your story and your process with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, and just to echo, you know, the other judges, you know, we do condolences for your loss, but I also want to point out that like keeping your friend's memory alive in your poem means he's always going to be there, and you know that his energy is always going to be with you. So thank you so much for writing this, putting your pain into your words. Really appreciated it, and it was just touching from start to finish. So thank you for that.
Yes, and that also that went right along with Dia de los Muertos. You know what I'm saying? Day of the Dead. You feel me? It's a moment where we get to memorialize everyone who has passed in our lives and kind of keep their memory alive and well and keep their energy kind of flowing through life, flowing through us, and make sure that, we're sending nothing but sound vibrations to them as they move along. You feel me? So it's like this was the perfect occasion for a piece like that. You feel me? Whether you celebrate Halloween or Dia de los Muertos, it goes along with the theme perfectly. You feel me? So yeah, you came with it. You feel me? She had it loaded. I like that. I like that. Thank you again, Miss Monroe.
Thank you.
Alrighty, peace out. So, all right, we're getting down to the very last, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna go a little bit over. We usually wrap up in like an hour, but we have a lot of dope acts this month. And I'm about to bring up someone we don't really know too well. This will be our first time meeting. It's Drastic Justice. What's poppin'?
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Pretty darn swell. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Happy Halloween, happy full moon.
Yes. Happy Halloween to you as well.
Yes, thank you. I don't know if there are any witches in here, but we love our full moons for our crystals and our magic. So
Type tip.
yes. So what information?
Days to recharge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What information can I provide for y'all before I jump in?
Just tell us who you are, what you do. If you want to provide, the piece name, you could share that as well, or you could just go straight into it and share the name after.
Okay. So my name is Diddy, but my stage name is Drastic Justice. And I like to call myself a therapeutic poet because a lot of what I talk about has to deal with healing and sexual empowerment and white people getting over their whiteness and getting in with the fight because it's our fight too. So that's what I talk about. And this poem that I'm going to share for you today, I just recently wrote it. It's called Self-Love. And there is a trigger warning because it does have to talk about some of my experiences with trauma. So if this is too heavy for anyone, I invite you to take a breath. And if you want to debrief with me afterwards, I'm here for you. So I'm just going to jump right in. Love, a location I struggle to remember, like the embrace of my mom. It existed, I visited, but I lose it like the magic of Christmas because Santa isn't real. My heart lied like my childhood, Venn diagram my life, try to find middle ground, stay compartmentalized, safety and forgetting. I can taste that place. Like my first kiss, his lips were warm, beckoning. I made a home there, memory of consensual innocence. In a sense, I lost mine when I was 6. I can't catch a fix. It's been 24 years and I still can't find it. Burying memories, burning flashbacks to ash. I wish I could close my eyes at night and not see you. Let the clonidine lull me to sleep. Anxiety is a daydream compared to the nightmares of PTSD. Please don't be mad when you hear this. I'm trying to free my skeletons. I know I said I forgive you, but there's still a piece of me that hates you. You were a victim too. You did what you learned, and for that I will not fault you. It's past time that we heal. I kneel before you humbly, begging you to accompany me. Patron, Saint Nicholas, the protector of children, I don't have all the answers, but I think your inner child needs a hug. Mine hides in fields of dead flowers. I only feel her power at my saddest. She's lost in the madness. We need safety. Patrol monitor reinforced daily. Physical affection was my love language, spoke it fluently, catching body after body. If you touch me, you must love me. When will I learn to love myself? Like the 12th night of Christmas, a gift I deliver unto me. Touch ground with bare feet, centered in the garden, call me Lilith, kindred with my highest self, covered by ancestral prayer shawls, aura shrouded in gold. This magic is old, but new to me. Love potion number 3, 1 part truth, 1 part therapy, 1 part poetry. Divine numbers, resurrecting my holy trinity, drawing a map back to love, guided by inner divinity. It's happy here, like mom's house at Thanksgiving. Let the light embrace me, filled with inner peace and emotional rest, publicly declaring I'm learning to love myself, my favorite display of affection.
That was dope.
Thank
That
y'all.
was super dope. Yes, that hit home for me because 2018 was a year dedicated to building the grounds for self love. You know what I'm saying? Like I had just left the mental hospital, and at that point, like at the end of 2017 was rough, like super rough. And what I did with myself was like 2018 came around, I was like, all right, bro, you gotta promise me that this shit gonna be different because we can't keep living like this. You feel me? So
Mhm.
like I really like when people talk about how important self love is because without it it's really hard to see certain things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's honestly the first step in bettering your mental space is loving yourself enough to know that you deserve a better mental space. You know what I'm saying? You deserve better circumstances. So thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Of course. So where did that
Yeah.
come from? Oh, I'm sorry, Anise. You could go.
No, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
where did that piece come from for you? Like, what inspired it?
I actually was I was asked to be in a cipher where each poet, there were 4 poets, and each of us had 2 words, a word that we had to start with and a word that we had to end with. And the theme is like love and all of the things that I can do because I have a big heart and I like to write about my feelings. But then as I was writing it, this piece of pain that I just thought that it was gone. And as I started to write, and the certain words like forgiveness and self love, and like using Santa as the imagery as this person who's supposed to protect children, but then does he really, or is he like, feeding into this lie of all the societal things that I could go into, like, what is really happening in my heart and with this image of being protected by a grown up when I know that I wasn't. And I just, it came out on accident. And I actually haven't shared it that much because, what if the person that it's about hears it? But then I go into that line where it's like, I'm publicly declaring that I love myself. And if this is a part of my journey, then you need to hear my words because this is about, I'm getting choked up. This is about my heart and my journey. And we did go through it together, but I have to heal. And I hope that at some
Yes.
point this also helps you heal as well. So,
I like that. Thank you for your heart. Real
yeah.
shit. Yes, I appreciate that. Anise, you're about to say something. What's up?
That's so that really hits home that you said that. And I really liked the line where you said, I think your inner child needs a hug. And for me, part of my growing up has been growing backwards too.
Yes.
Remembering that I need to, check in with 6-year-old Anise and 10-year-old Anise and be like, hey, you're still in there. And I think because children are so loving and open to people that love them back, that's a really good way to kind of picture loving yourself.
Yep,
So I love
100%. I hug my inner child at like almost every age, every day, just to tell her that she's safe, to tell her that we're okay, to tell her that things are hard, but we're going to make it. And look how far we've come compared to where we were. You have to love your inner child. So air high five to you for that, for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I
We're
really liked your.
poets.
Yeah, I really liked your poem. Lilith is one of my favorite parables, or, stories, whatever you want to call it. So I really appreciate it. I like the story of growth and self care, and I understand personally, and mixing touch for love and getting those signals, crossed up and having to create new boundaries for yourself. So I really appreciated that. I really liked it, and thank you so much for taking some time out and to share your art with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
Of course. Yeah, so many people needed to hear that tonight. So again, I appreciate you coming and sharing your light. And for, our first meeting, that was dope. That was a lasting impression right there. So thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you. Wow.
You will be getting an invite to the next slam. I hope you know that.
Thank you. I can't wait to see y'all again. I'm so
You
excited.
feel me? Let's get it.
Thanks, y'all.
Yes.
See you
Of
soon.
course. Thank you. Peace out. All right, let's bring up our next person, Sensual Marie. This will be our first time meeting as well. Hey,
Yes.
hey.
Hi, y'all. I'm at the nail salon, so
It's all good. It's all good. Life happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially on a Saturday night, bro. It's like, you
yes.
know,
So I'm like
that's
trying to multitask.
type shit. So if you could just introduce yourself and then you could go straight into your piece from there.
Okay, my name is Sin. I really don't. Oh, I really don't do poetry slams. I did
Hmm.
like once, and I won. I did, but I couldn't. I couldn't leave work to go continue on with
Yeah.
the journey.
This is
And
dope how you're
then
like getting your nails done and you're about to recite some poetry to us. Like, that is hard.
yeah, like I'm gonna actually get off camera to do the poem because I when I sent you that I was at work,
Okay.
so I didn't have time to like recite anything.
It's
So I
all
actually
good.
have to
It's all
like
good.
go off camera and read it from my document.
All right. So, my only concern, because I tried that before and it didn't work. When I exited out, it took me out of the app, out of the stream. So I'm wondering if there's a way that you can
Can you
get the
still hear
poem.
me?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. You just
All
can't see my
right.
face.
That's hard. That's hard. Okay, and then this is dope because it's black, it's mysterious, and it's
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
You feel me? All right, so
So
let's.
you all right, so you want me to read it?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I cheated on myself to be with you. Now I'm walking around sad and blue. I was fine dating myself, loving myself, doing things by myself. Then you came along. Trust me when I say I should have asked myself first if this was okay. Because now I'm apologizing to myself, apologizing for putting me second when I was first, apologizing for doing things for you more when I should have remained giving to myself, apologizing for the way I've been acting, not saying hello or I love you when I'm passing myself in the mirror, apologizing for worrying about your feelings while neglecting my own, apologizing for giving you more love than I gave myself, apologizing for giving you my all while I was watching myself fall. Every day I'm apologizing to myself. I cheated on myself to be with you. That's one mistake that I could not undo. I'm done.
Ooh.
I felt that.
Oh, yeah, I definitely felt that one.
Thank you.
Ooh, man.
Ooh.
Like, that hit a big, that, yeah, that hit a big, yeah, bro, that's there. That's right in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow.
I've
Thank
been
I'm,
there.
you.
I'm a process. Let me
Yeah.
process this real quick. Y'all can tell me what y'all thought, judges.
Listen, from the first line, I was like, oops. I felt like I was looking in the mirror. I think we've all been in relationships where you're just like, why did I do that? Why didn't I love myself enough to either walk away or to check in with
Yes.
myself? Or,
Yes.
so I appreciate,
Like I
listen,
should have.
listen, I should have cheated. I should have left. Should have did something different. So I appreciate this poem. I appreciate the fact that you're multitasking. I'm someone who loves getting my nails done, and I understand the struggle. But yeah, I really appreciate every word, every word. It resonated with me, so I thank you for that.
You're
Mhm.
welcome.
Yeah, that
And
first
so what
line,
did
you
you
came
think?
in hot with the first line. I was hooked from the beginning. It kind of reminded me of that line in oh, which one? Drew Barrymore by SZA. Okay, when she
Mm.
says, "We get so lonely, we pretend that this works." I get so wait, was it? I get so lonely, I forget what I'm worth.
Mm.
Hit. So
That
that
part.
really, yeah, that part right there.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, it's like I'm so appreciative of that perspective because it's like when you over compromise in relationships, it really be feeling like you're cheating on yourself. You know what I'm saying? It be
Hmm.
feeling like you're not giving enough to yourself. And like sometimes that part right there is the root of the issue. Sometimes it's not the other person. Sometimes it's like us over giving and not giving that same amount of energy and effort back to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you're in a relationship, you're also in a relationship with yourself. So you have to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're setting the boundaries that you need. And you have to make sure,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure that you're still able to operate as an individual. You feel me? You got to make sure that you're still getting the love and respect that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't settle in relationships because you're settling on yourself. So could you tell us like where that piece came from? Like, what inspired you to write that piece?
I was married. He cheated.
Mm,
I should have. As much as he thought I was cheating, I should have
mm,
just cheated. Keisha Cole. Shoot.
you feel me?
But I didn't.
It be like that.
It do. Like you
Yeah.
went through all that. You didn't have to marry me. You didn't have
Mm,
to waste my life. Like
hmm.
that's a mistake I can't undo.
Yes, indeed. And then y'all were married, so that's like an extra time commitment. Like y'all were like
Yeah.
there was a marriage between y'all. You feel me? Like I feel like people don't take into account how important that contract is. You feel me? It's like now
Right.
I'm kind of like opening up my soul to you. You feel me?
Yes. I told him that. I
Mhm.
said, I don't know what God you got married in front of, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's a big one right there. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for your
You're
energy.
welcome.
Thank you for your time. You know what I'm saying? You're over there getting all fresh. I love your hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. So we're gonna move on along. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful
You're
rest of your night.
welcome. You too.
Thank you. That was super dope. So next, I just met bro at the last one, and like that was a great first impression at that last one. My man Chev, what's popping, bro? I'm excited to see
What's
what you got
happening
for
with you?
us today.
What's good?
What's
How's
good?
everybody
What's
doing?
good? Pretty good. How
Y'all
are
hear
you,
me
bro?
clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. What you got for us today, bro? You can introduce yourself and then just go straight into it.
Okay. Name is Chev. For those who don't know me, most people don't because I'm not really that famous. But yeah, we just gonna do a little poem I wrote this year, kind of centered around the audacity to want more. So you know, and just how toxic that can be at times. Understandable. Sometimes I dream that it's me. Can't you see that's how I dream to be? See, I dreamed I'm moving on. See, I dreamed I groove like Mike Wolf. I could be like, you know why police put us in the ground? It's because you can't gentrify air. See, in 1985, Nike released the first Air Jordan 1s at a cost of $65 for the first time since Juneteenth. A nigga's price went up and we celebrated with our collapsed crossovers and closed caskets as a hoop dream took over American dream. You say Jumpman, we say the first black boy silhouette that wasn't chalk, and even the wokest of us slept outside a Foot Locker bearing tides. This is not luxury. This is the cost of having a God that looks like you, and look how human nature. How happy people be to trade shoes with dudes who can get on a court full of niggas and shoot. Look how they call him what his mama does. Clap on his arrival. Ask where he from, where he went to school. More excited to actually explain his life than his death. How he hangs in the air with no noose, just basket, just unabashed joy hung out. Taste of freedom, no martyr. Just Mars Blackman saying it's got to be the shoes, and we believed him. So soon as your feet are big enough to be tried as adults, judgment come by the content of your concords. Boy, just look anything but poor. Have something beautiful in the closet between all of those skeletons. In my first pair, I damn near mattered. Could dust police even keep up with the Joneses? Keep from Joan Dawn, roasted, flamed, ass cut till wrist cut, and big drip. Turn these red bottoms, turn these bloody shoes. My second pair almost got me shot. Walked the one hood that looked nothing or maybe way too much like home. Nobody knew my name. The bullets didn't have any. Some niggas tried to take theirs, making the one off my sneakers, and I can't blame them. So when they ask why they can't have nice things, ain't no answer that don't sound like privilege. I just know my third pair never came. I had no closet to put them in, no home to put the closet in, just a lot of skeletons and nothing beautiful. I donated my every dollar to staying alive. Walked the streets in a beat up pair of ones until they had holes in the bottom. My soul smacked the pavement, and I still don't know if that's a metaphor yet. I slammed for cash. Learned that money can't buy happiness, just the occasional something to smile about. And some days, that might be all the fuck you need. Some days, the calm flex might be the strength to get through tomorrow. See, in 1820, $1,200 could buy a slave his freedom. In 2020, $12 million in the signing bonus will only buy you bigger chains. And dog, ain't nobody's shoes fresh once you walk the mile in them. So how do we protest oppression but still laugh at the broke nigga? And yes, y'all, I've been the broke nigga, so I know that the only thing that costs more than security is insecurity. I know that luxury is not a sneaker. It's being black and that not being the reason there's a gun pointed at you. So whether I go Rodney or Ricky, lynched or Willie Lynch, killed by swag or by system, if I'm destined to run from bullets anyway, I regret nothing but the creases. I just pray that my next pair make me fly. And I mean like fly as hell, fly enough to catch the next brother's soul on its way out to heaven, stuff it back in his body just to tell him the dog I already seen God. He kind of looks like you. It's that piece. Thank you.
Speechless again. Once again. Bro, that especially that last line when you said, I seen God. He kind of looks like you. That right there, bro. That is the shit. Bro, that's the shit. That's the shit I be trying to tell people. Bro, like when I'm out here, bro, NLS, I don't tell a lot of people. I tell everybody this. Never mind. NLS means never lose sight, next level shit. And the never lose sight, especially, what I mostly want people to never lose sight of is the fact that like God is within all of us. You feel me? Like we are not as separate as we think. I like the way I see it, we are all different physical manifestations of the same formless being. So the potential that we have is as formless as our being. You feel me? And I'm so glad that you said that because I can talk about it. I love talking about it. You feel me? My guy, that shit, bro, where did that come from? What inspired you to write that? That shit was hard.
I've heard a lot of sneaker poems in my life, and they all like tend to go the same way. Like, how dare these people have the audacity to want nice things and like nice things? And as somebody who's like been broke, like dead broke, sometimes just having one or two nice things around, it's not going to fix everything, but maybe I just need to smile for a second. Maybe I need just enough hope to get through this one more day. And it's like we live in a society or a system that doesn't celebrate minorities, doesn't celebrate Black people. But you then take some and you make them idols. You celebrate them by removing them, by making them inaccessible, by making everything with their name on it super expensive and hard to get. So I finally see someone that looks like me being cheered, and you tell me it's not for me now. I just never heard that put into like poetry before, as I wanted to do it myself. I always believe if there's a piece of art you want to see, if you can't find it, make it.
That part.
I really like the line that you talking about how the third pair never came. So I really just the trajectory of starting with Jordan's launching and then going through and humanizing all these folks and talking about capitalism and people trying to survive and loving on people who are poor, all of it, start to finish. You know, last time you blew us away with the ABC, it was like this, you know, mind blown again. It was just the knowledge, like, yes, the knowledge bombs, all of it. But I think the line that also got me, when you're talking about people playing on the court and people cheering for folks, the cycle to the cycle of capitalism. That was good. I don't know what else to say. I'm just blown away again.
I appreciate
it. Shit. And these, what is you think?
I will say, well, at first I thought he was about to pull like a Chance the Rapper, song, and I was gonna be like, ooh, and I was, and I was like, the switch up was real, so I appreciated that how he got there and you grabbed our attention. So thank you for showing your art with this.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
That's what I was just gonna say. That Miracle. When you started singing, I was like, okay, here we go. I appreciated that, and then the switch up and you started spinning. I was like, well, all right. I really liked the pop culture Easter eggs, like Mars Blackman, Keeping Up with the Joneses. Like it made it made your piece even more accessible, not just relatable. You know what I mean? And I loved it. I was speechless. You saw us. We were all like,
No, we came in with the dummy faces on, like.
we did.
Yeah, bro, you always blow us away, bro. Real shit. Like, I don't know. I can tell that you're in tune with the divine because, like, just listening to your pieces, it got me thinking, like, how the fuck did he come up with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it got me over here thinking, like, damn, I gotta really start like pushing my pen a little harder, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got me ready to just hop in the booth after this, bro, and just see what the fuck I can write. You know what I'm saying? And hope that it's as hard as what you just came with. So thank you, bro. I got some work to do.
Hey, it's in all of us, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, like, and it's interesting that you said you didn't hear a lot of sneaker poems address what you addressed. I haven't heard a lot of sneaker poems. I didn't even know that they had categories of poetry out here in these streets. You feel me? I thought a poem was a poem, but you're showing me like there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I appreciate that real shit. And I heard something in there that said like you slam for cash. Like, so you do this like on a regular.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. Around like I want to say 2 years ago, maybe I was actually homeless. And it was
same actually. Super.
I was in New York City. It was. You ever try to apply for a job without an address? Like, it's crazy. So I would literally slam for cash to like eat and get clean clothes and keep myself get my stuff together, and was fortunately able to work my way out of that situation. Yeah, I was, and that was actually the first time I ever admitted that in a poem, even like slightly.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, bro. You came a long way because, like, I know how that shit goes, bro. Like, I don't talk about that time in my life a lot, but that shit was hard. It was to a point where like I had set up my studio on a rooftop somewhere in Oakland, and like every time I was telling people I'm in the studio, I'm really just loitering on this rooftop with my studio set up, just, you know what I'm saying, recording, having to wait till the fan stopped so that I could record a verse and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got rough, but like now we're here, and it took a lot of work to get here. You know what I'm saying? So like where we're at right now is nothing but reason to be proud of what we put into this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm proud of you, bro.
Likewise.
My God, thank you, bro. So we're about to move to the last one. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us, Chev.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Guy, of course. Last but not least, we got the motherfucking homie, Queen of Nairobi. What's poppin'?
Okay, hold up.
Hey. Ooh, okay, Dapper. What? That wasn't there before?
I'm Fat Albert. Or in my case, Alberta. What's good?
Alberta. I'll fuck with it. Okay. I like that.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
So if you could just introduce yourself and go off.
Oh, yeah. All right. So my name is Nairobi, and this piece is called Black Kings and Queens. We are Black kings and queens, variating in color and size, hips small and wide, and our minds run as deep as the Nile that flows. Beauty that continues to grow like jojoba trees, entangling its roots into the scalp, thus creating the leafy plant of divinity. Yes, I said divinity, defined as the quality or condition of being divine. And must I add that there is a fine line between grace, our grace that is. But don't get me wrong, you see, I'm not trying to knock any other race, but there's something I just can't seem to place my finger on. And let me tell you, it ain't Pocahontas or Mulan. Suddenly, fast-paced like the break of dawn, panic, awakened by utter shock, and what was to come was something that cannot be timed by any clock. And now the time stops as we were plucked by foreign miners as if we were encrusted rock. Man, we used to be black kings and queens with eyes illuminated with the beauty which we seen. Now the only thing seen is a scene of horrid possession and oppression. A destructive root now entangled with our souls as we were bounded by the chains of the white-faced. And so we marched until our freedom could be tasted. We marched and it did blossom, my brothers and my sisters. Our stems which were pulled like weeds, but let me remind you, we are the rose that grew from concrete. We were removed from the sun and they wished to dispose of our God because they hated our hope. We were not educated out of their fear of our intelligence because they hated we would not conform despite the tight grasp that they had on our lives as they wondered, how did we manage to have enough breath to fight despite the tight grasp that they had on our lives? But such a shame, might I add, they did not realize that though they attempted to remove us from the earth, but for what it is worth, our history could never be rewritten. They disregard our culture and then they disregard our beauty and then embed it into their culture, and intently we stared into the face of death. But just like Jesus Christ, our spirit is risen. While they were proclaiming division, commonly known as segregation, spreading like a vulture within the sky, and it flew across the nation, they painted America as home of the free, a land breathing of equality. Now, you tell me, is it honestly free and equal for a young black queen as me? Our divinity is something that cannot be replaced, and our diversity will not be erased. Though your history book may not acknowledge the contribution of blacks in America, our royalty remains. I'm gonna have to end it there because it's really like a 5-minute poem, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Thank you. That was hard. I like how you like stood up, you know what I'm saying? You created like you made it like you're actually performing it to us, you know what I'm saying? And like I know your acting background, so it's like I should have expected that, but it's still, you know what I'm saying? Like it still surprised me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad you did it.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I had to theater kid. I'm a lesbian, had to sprinkle that in there, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me? Let's get it. As a fellow theater kid, I see you. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
So could you tell us where that piece came from? What inspired that?
So I actually wrote that piece when I was like, I want to say 16, 17. Essentially the piece really goes into like, I'm pretty much, I really wish I could have like performed a little bit more because I dropped a lot of really good like gems in there. But essentially it's just kind of talking about how like our history doesn't start with slavery. It starts or it starts in the diaspora.
Yeah.
It doesn't start with slavery. Shit. Hold up, let me make sure.
Yeah, you're chopping up just a little bit, but like I can still hear what you're saying.
It don't start with the cotton field and team white skin.
Shit. Yeah, we can hear you. It's just like choppy, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like coming in pieces. It's almost like you're just scraping your words off a cheese grater, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we good.
All right, yeah, I think my phone was gonna die, but so yeah, it's just basically it was just about me saying like we have history before that, and so I kind of go into like a lot of the different prolific people like Marcus Garvey and those people, and then I also go into different Black kings and queens, African kings and queens, and I name them and their dynasties and stuff at the very end of the poem, and I say that we are also them. Like we're not just the MLKs or the Malcolm X's or the Rosa Parks, but we're also Njinga Shabaka, King Taharka, King Setaweo. That's pretty much what it is getting at. So
type shit.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay,
come through with the history. Come through with the facts. Like
dropping the knowledge bombs.
Always, because there's a lot of people that don't know that, and it's quite annoying that we don't know where we really come from. But
it's because we're all taught the same history in school. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason for that. It's systemic. You take people away from their native land, and then you tell them a history that isn't theirs, or an obscured version of their history that kind of like paints them in like subservience. And like it's perfect for, you know, the One Hood platform, because one thing we believe is until the lion learns how to write, the story will always glorify the hunter. So I'm glad that you're coming in and giving the lion a voice, telling him, nah, bro, you wasn't just no fucking slave. Like,
Right.
you
Facts.
feel me? I like that.
Period. That's what I was trying to do. So thank you.
You feel me? Of course. Thank you. Judges, what did y'all think? Anise?
I loved it. At first, I was like, I don't know if I can fully pay attention because the costume was killing me, but I loved the history lesson. I really liked when you said something about the leafy plant of divinity, because I really equate like the earth and natural surroundings with divinity and spirituality. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a Taurus and I can't really help it. But that line really stuck with me because like someone said earlier, we were talking about um, God and like the universe, and it's all one. And that for me is especially true when I think about the earth and nature and surroundings. Um, but yeah, and it's really important. It is really important that we talk about the collective African history. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, um, John Leguizamo did this Netflix special called like Latin History for Dummies or something like that. And it was dope because he really went in on the entire history of like what we call like the Latinx people. And it was amazing. It was the history that you never learn in school. So it was dope to hear you kind of talk about, the stuff that we should know, but we don't.
Type shit. I gotta check that out because I didn't know that was out there.
It's actually really good. I think he came about it because his son was like, what's our history? And he's like, I actually don't know either. And he started doing his own research. And it's like, it's funny, like it's kind of a comedy special, but it's also like very educational.
Okay. Bet. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? There you have it. That's what we think about it. You know what I'm saying? You came in just with a broom and swept us away real quick, you know? You feel me? I had to drop the bars in there. You're muted. I don't know if that's intentional or if you noticed.
Oh yeah, that was intentional. I didn't know if my sound was gonna like I'm in the hood. There's sirens and
Type
sirens.
shit. I
Like,
know how it go.
Listen.
I know exactly how it go.
yeah, homeboy.
Thankfully,
So,
it's been
yeah.
quiet over here. It's usually a lot more busting over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Facts.
everybody, I guess, in or trick or treating. I don't know how it went this year. Are people trick or treating or no? I
From what
don't
I've
know.
seen, yeah. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, so now thank you so much, Nairobi, for sharing that, for educating us, you know what I'm saying? You can alright, so now we have to conglomerate about our top, like, our first, our second, and our third. We usually don't do this on camera, but I think it would be dope if we do it on camera. Make it like, those America's Got Talent type TV shows, you know what I'm saying?
Can we do the Tyra Banks and I have 3 pictures in my hand, but only one of you will be America's top model.
I like that. I like that.
So I'm over here trying to calculate everything, and now we're just gonna do this on camera. Okay. Okay, so I'll go first. So what I look for is like delivery style, words, word craft, sometimes little Easter eggs. I also look for cadence and tone, emotion, like all those things, in addition to the actual lyricism. So my top 3, in third place, I had Maya. In second place, I had Miss Monroe. And in first place, I had Chev. I think I said that correctly. I hope I did. Just because they each talked about different like personal stories and personal narratives. But the personal stuff we didn't know until after they had delivered the poem, but it just translated through the poem. And I really liked that. And then hearing them explain what they wrote, it just made it resonate more. but I like the delivery. I like the wordplay. So for third place, I had Maya. For second place, I had Miss Monroe. And for first place, I had Chev. And I can put that in the comments too.
Okay. Anise, where are you at? Who are your top three and why did you pick them?
I mean, Miracle had such a sophisticated rubric.
It's all good. It doesn't have to be the same.
No, you know, all three of my top three were very different, very personal, very engaging. And that's kind of why, I mean, everybody was so amazing. Everybody had a piece that stood out in its own right. But my top three, in third place, I had Drastic. In second place, I had Miss Monroe. And in first place, I had Chev.
Okay. Okay. So for me, my top three was based off of like lasting impression. You know what I'm saying? And I do kind of have a rubric myself of like delivery, cadence, and like I'm a rapper, so I'm looking for like those references, you know what I'm saying? And my top three is basically the same as Miracles. Chev, Miss Monroe, and Maya. Chev dropped so many jewels in there, it was just like, yes. And then the way he structured it, you can tell like he put so much time into it. Miss Monroe almost made me cry. Like I felt it. I felt the feelings bubbling up in my heart. And then Maya just came through and just started speaking real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that lost piece really spoke to me because like it's Dia de los Muertos. I'm about to go and celebrate the people that I've lost. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent too much time grieving over them. And like that piece was definitely needed for me. And as far as the costume, it looks like Anasia took that and just swept it. You know what I'm saying? Just nab that up. So we have our winner for the costume. But Miracle, could you share your like calculations? How do you think we should end this? Who's our final top three?
So our final top three, I'm gonna have to do reverse order because math is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
Everybody, including our guest judge, which is our production person, voted for Chev. So Chev won the slam with their speaker contest. We all had Miss Monroe in our top three. So Miss Monroe is number two. We all deviated for our third person. Trouble and I had Maya. Anise had Drastic, and production had Symbolic, and numbers game. So Maya is our third place person for
All
our
right.
top three. That's how we'll do it. Maybe in the future we can get people in the comments to comment, and everything and all that stuff. But that's how we did it, and those are our winners. And if you think you have what it takes to be in our top three, hit up Trouble for the next one. We do this the last Saturday of the month.
So we were going to bring the top three on to, say some final words, but we've already went well past what we usually do. So we're not going to do that. I hope they are still watching. If not, it's cool because I'll be following up with y'all afterwards. Our top three, just to reiterate, are Chev for first, Miss Monroe for second, Maya for third, and Anasia took the costume contest by storm. So I will be in touch with you all. Thank you all for being part of this. Thank everyone for watching. Any final words from our judges?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had honorable mentions to Alex for the My Feminism. That was in my top five. Drastic Justice. It was also in my top five. So everybody coming out. Special K, everybody doing this for the first time, like blown away by the talent. Y'all are amazing.
Yes,
all right, Anise.
Everyone did a great job. I'm really impressed. I hope everyone returns for the next one. If not to participate, then at least to be in the audience because the comments were blowing up. I was having comments. But everybody have whatever you're doing next, have a safe Halloween. Perfect excuse to be wearing a mask. So
Mhm.
be safe, have fun.
Facts.
Go see if any kids outside dropped candy on the street.
You're
That's
funny.
that's my trick or treating.
Let's get it. I'm about to have a movie night with the fam. So, you know what I'm saying? We calling everyone have a safe Halloween or Dia de los Muertos, whatever it is you celebrate. Thank you for tuning in. We are One Hood, and we will see you next month, November 28th. Peace, peace.